Hi and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever been in that scenario where you feel your improvisation is just getting a little bit too stale, a bit tired, a bit too predictable? Yeah, of course you have, because we all have at some point or other. It's all too easy on the guitar to let the fingers do the walking, to quote John Schofield, and just run up and down scales, go from A to B in very uninspired and unimaginative ways. And we fall back on those because of muscle memory. Well, today I'm going to show you a very, very quick and easy way to fix that and to open up new possibilities of lines, shapes, and ways of thinking about the neck. So, we play notes with 3 notes per string most of the time. That's the way the guitar's tuned. And the tendency, of course, is just to do just that, you know. Now, we don't have to. We don't have to play all 3 notes on every string. It's a very powerful way of developing ideas and coming up with something new. On the fly as well, it's very easy to implement, is just to do selective note groupings, as I call them. So rather than playing all 3, you decide, oh, I'll play 2 on this string, 3 on another. 2 on this, 3 on that, whatever. And you do it in pairs of strings or groups of 3. So a very, very quick and easy example is to sort of play the first 3 notes on that string, then the second 2 on the next, or the first 3 on that one, and the first 2 on that one. Or the other way around. So instantly it gets out of this sort of, one damn tone after another, to paraphrase a different thing entirely. But yeah, that sort of just running up, running down. And it's got all sorts of different possibilities. And I'll show you some of those now. Very many, but here's 7 lines, 7 examples that you can integrate into your playing straight away. And you'll see what depth it adds very quickly, very simply, because you can learn to do this on the fly. It's technically not that demanding, with a few exceptions, but that's good. We like that. But it's a quick and easy way into getting out of the rut of just playing runs up and down and up and down. So without further ado, here are 7 ways, 7 examples to get out of that rut. Let's do it. So line 1, as you can see from the shape up here somewhere, we're using all 3 notes on the first string and then just the second 2 notes of the next string, and then just going through those in pairs as we go up from low to high. And that gives you this. Okay, and then on the way down, we're kind of flipping that around. We're going to use all 3 and then the first 2. Like so. And those tend to imply a set of seventh chords. A minor 7, G7, and then what's this one? F major 7. And that's one of the reasons you get more interest from these sort of lines than you do just going straight up and down, because you're implying different tonalities as you go. Right, line 2. So here we're using the outer 2 and the second 2. So the outer 2 of the first string and then the second 2 of the next string, again in a pair. And again, the shape will be up there somewhere, hopefully. And that sounds like this. And on the way down, we've just flipped that around. So we're using the outer pair again on the top string, and then the last 2. So all together. Like so. Line 3. This one's a little more complicated because we're going to use a pattern of 3 selective note groupings. So the first one on the bottom string is the first 2 notes, and then the outer 2, and then the end 2. And I've reversed the order of the middle 2. And of course this is one of the ways you can bring in infinite amount of variation just by swapping note orders. Obviously, technically, that tends to get a little tricky to play, but it's not too bad. So that gives us and then the other way around. So I'm descending through those. And back to C. Like so. So. Line number 4. So here things get increasingly complicated because we've got 3 selective note patterns, and I've messed around with the order of said note patterns, yielding yet more possible lines. So this starts with the first 2 on the first string, the outer 2 of the next, and all 3 of the next one after that. And then I'm done in this order: high to low, low to high, middle, upper, lower. There you are. That's correct. There, we got that one. And then we're going reversing the note orders for the descent. That's a bit of an interesting one. Line 5. So we're back to playing 2 notes on 2 strings, an alternating pattern. So conceptually simpler, but this one's a little more challenging to play technically. So we're using the first pair on the first string and the second pair on the second string, and just alternating those. What that means, of course, is you've got the roll a fourth or a tritone as you go along. So then coming down. I really like that one. Line 6, or rather line number 6. Line 6 are in no way sponsoring or endorsing this video, nor, I'm pretty sure, are they even aware of it. Anywho, so this one uses the outer two notes of the first string, and then the second pair of the two subsequent strings. And then we change the note order on the middle one, like that. And then the second half of the line, the descending part, moves up and flips that around. So it's the outer two descending, second pair up, first pair down. Like so. And so we come to line number 7, the last in my set of examples. And as we've already seen, you have a hell of a lot of variation possible just by varying the numbers of notes on each string and their placement and how many patterns you have in the cycle. So this one's yet another take on it. We've created a symmetrical shape, and you're going to play with that. So that means we've got the first note on the first string, the second on the second string, the second two rather, second pair, and all three on the third, and that gives you a kind of a diagonal pattern. You can pretend you're playing tic-tac-toe. So that sounds like, and again I've played around with the note order there. And then I've moved up a position and I've done the other way around. So I've got one note, then two, and then so there you go. I hope those examples will give you some ideas, inspire you a little bit possibly. Let me know in the comments, what approaches do you take to get out of this running up and down problem that we guitarists tend to have? Yeah, as always, click, like, share, subscribe, send me money, it's all good.